how are you today? I hope you're doing well. Please review today's news segments, and then we'll get started.
This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has announced he will station tactical nuclear weapons in neighboring Belarus. AP correspondent Karen Chamas reports.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said the plan was in response to Britain's recent decision to supply Ukraine with ammunition containing uranium. Russia falsely claimed these rounds had nuclear components. In an interview on Russian state TV, Putin said that Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has long asked for the weapons. He said construction of storage facilities for the weapons in Belarus would be completed by July the 1st. I'm Karen Chamas.
Presidents and representatives from 22 countries gathered in the Dominican Republic on Saturday for the Ibero-American Summit to discuss rising inflation, migration, and climate crisis as risks to the stability of the region, as well as the humanitarian crisis in Haiti. The summit includes leaders from across Latin America, as well as Spain and Portugal. They gathered in Santo Domingo for the weekend summit. Chilean President Gabriel Boric criticized Nicaragua's Daniel Ortega for the regime's decision to strip 94 opposition leaders of their nationality and fly them to the United States. The president of the Dominican Republic, Luis Abinader, shared light on the humanitarian situation in Haiti, which it's facing due to gang violence. The United Nations says more than 500 people have died in Haiti this year due to that violence. U.S. President Joe Biden expressed on Saturday his condolences to the victims of a tornado in Mississippi that left at least 25 people dead there and another in Alabama, leveling dozens of buildings. Biden described the images from Mississippi as heartbreaking. More on that story at our website, voanews.com. This is VOA News. One police officer and a protester were seriously injured on Saturday in clashes during an unauthorized demonstration against the construction of a water reservoir for farm irrigation in western France. Reuters' Emma Jelly reports.
One police officer and a protester were seriously injured in France on Saturday, this time in clashes during an unauthorized demonstration against the construction of a water reservoir for farm irrigation in western France. In the rural town of Sainte-Soline, at least 6,000 protesters had joined the march, according to the prefect of the surrounding region, defying a ban on protests at the site where a similar demonstration last October also turned violent. Police fired tear gas to repel some of the protesters, who threw fireworks and other projectiles as they crossed fields to approach the construction area. Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin condemned the violence, which he blamed on far-left activists. He added that one police officer and one protester were in critical condition and said altogether 7 protesters and 24 police officers were injured.
That's Reuters' Emma Daly reporting. An explosion at a chocolate factory in the United States state of Pennsylvania Friday killed 2 people. 8 people were injured in the blast. According to authorities, 9 people are missing. Officials say the source of the explosion in West Reading was not immediately clear. One building was completely destroyed in the blast and another was damaged. At a police briefing, West Reading's mayor, Samantha Cogg, says the force of the explosion was immense, causing severe damage. She spoke to WFMZ News.
It's pretty leveled. Unfortunately, there's not too much to be able to kind of salvage from it. The building in the front with the church and the apartments, the explosion was so big that it moved that building 4 feet forward.
Donald Trump used his first election rally in Waco, Texas on Saturday to rail against the prosecutors investigating him. He told supporters gathered at Waco's airport that the investigators swirling around him were somehow straight out of the Stalinist Russia horror show. That's to use his phrasing. Trump is being investigated by prosecutors in Manhattan for campaign finance violations stemming from his alleged payment of hush money to an adult film actress ahead of the 2016 election. A special counsel appointed by the Department of Justice is investigating allegations that he hoarded secret documents and masterminded a plot seeking to overturn the 2020 election. The legal threats hanging over the former president were front of mind for some attendees, many of whom flashed signs saying "witch hunt." And Venezuela's attorney general said on Saturday an expanding anti-corruption probe in Venezuela has led to the detention of 10 officials and 11 businessmen. Arrest warrants for 11 more people have been issued. Marissa Melton, VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon.